Hi guys, Jake and MJ back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Yeah, get rid of them. Yeah.
One of these days, those are going to break.
Hopefully not. They seem fairly resilient, which is nice.
Hey, Mr. Alman, hey, Joseph, hey, Sean.
Hey,
hey
Justin,
A-Games.
Joseph, A-Games.
And the Fox.
And the Fox. We got a lot of people on here.
Hello, hello, the Fox
Kaiju
is
Rider.
here.
There we go. Chris. Yeah, there we go. We got a bunch of people. Zephyria. I think I saw Zephyria in here earlier.
Hi, Chris.
Or Zephyra. Sorry.
Zephyra.
Sorry, I misread that. Okay, so we got
Spectrum
nice,
TV
nice group of people coming in.
is bad, so use the app. I gotta tell you, the thing is, the app runs over the internet, which is also Spectrum.
Yeah, it is all sorts of problems in all sorts of ways.
We are having all kinds of fun today.
So it looks like, yeah, there we go. People are coming in there nice and quick.
Ooh.
That's what I like to see. All right, yep, we're already have about...
No, Scott, you are not
13 people.
Tuba late.
Oh. All right, so we do seem to have, at the very least, gotten the basics of the functioning of the live stream down this time.
Now, yeah. So I guess the next thing we'll have to do is figure out how to do a preview thumbnail that isn't this big.
Yeah, it keeps defaulting to the thing, so I need to actually like make a thumbnail in advance, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I usually don't really do for the live streams.
No, because the live streams used to have the capture a thumbnail thing.
Yeah,
They used to have a lot of things, and oh hi.
What was that?
Oh, I just realized there's a...
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hello, Helmet.
To remind us that this weekend is the 7-year anniversary of this channel.
7 years.
I mean,
holy moly.
Technically I had an account before then, but as far as the first, episode of Power
Rangers Power Reviews, yeah. What, you had a couple of, like, animation things for school?
I had, like, some
like
school
that.
projects and
No, the phone doesn't have better internet. It's just that sometimes the YouTube app works better on the phone for streaming.
But we do seem to have...
we seem to have figured
it out
we
pretty well at this point now that we have control over things in various ways.
YouTube correctly.
But yes, October 13th, 2012. So
that actually
technically
still has its own, what do you call it?
Technically, for those in the live stream, tomorrow is the 7-year anniversary.
Yes,
for those who are watching the recording, then it is currently the 7-year anniversary, or after the 7-year anniversary, or, maybe you are watching this years in the future. Hello, future. Have I made it to episode 100 yet? Please tell me yes. But yeah, we, over the course of these 7 years, obviously we've had year 0, year 1, year 2, and we are in the process of year 3.
Well,
it is a long process.
I don't know what he means by that, but someone's going in time out.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? Did somebody say what? Oh, what do you... What, when he says, what do you think of the... I think he's referring to the new season. Our current season.
Oh!
When he says, what do you think of the new Power Rangers? Yeah, no, that was an error. There was a misinterpretation thinking that it was saying that there was a new Ranger being introduced in this episode, which...
I apologize, Randall.
I mean, if there is one, I will be very genuinely surprised. They don't tend to spring extra Rangers on us very often without us figuring it out in advance. So, sorry about that. But yes, as always, no spoilers in the comments. I will let you guys know as far as progress on things. I'm still working on 89. I haven't had much time to work on 89, unfortunately.
Before we even started, the chat is very eager to know which option won.
Because
apparently not everybody watches
the Sentai live reactions where I announced
it.
Our bonus video for the 7-year anniversary will be a Conversations in Context video about demons. So I've been working on the script for that all day.
Very October-y.
And I am hoping that I can finish that script tonight, record, and hopefully release it tomorrow.
That is vague enough, Joseph. Thank you.
I'm aiming for that. It has been a challenge because this has been a very packed week. Last weekend, I mean, last weekend I had to do some, I was doing some filming for a local collection of one-acts, there were some excellent showings in there, and I'm really looking forward to actually sharing some of those shows online. I would definitely recommend seeing at least one of them, and a very interesting Q&A talk.
Yes,
following.
what the moral is a spoiler, so don't say that.
Yeah, don't tell us what the moral of the story is yet.
But I'm glad that you felt that the Aesop was delivered well this week.
But, I had that. I had to do a video observation of one of my classes this week, which meant that I had to write up paperwork for that, get paperwork for my students. I had tests that I had to correct. There were 2 different field trips at the school this week that I had to plan around, along with planning around the field trip that's going to be happening next week. And on top of all that, it was Yom Kippur! So I also didn't eat anything on Wednesday, which also happened to be the day that all of my mid-quarter progress report comments were due.
Yeah, so you were up at 4 a.m. and then you didn't eat.
It was an exhausting week.
We think of a Minosaur with an animal host, like a sad kitten in the pound, and I think we missed an opportunity
I would love
with
to see
the
something.
Puppies.
Yeah.
I wanted that one to be an animal Minosaur.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we thought it was the puppies, but it was the woman who liked puppies who, for some reason, generated 2 different dog Minosaurs, although we don't know why.
Yeah. But that is more of a Ryusoldier thing, so I
yes.
thought I'd get that out of the way before we get to watching Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
So yeah, we just letting the last few people filter in. It looks like we got a good number going right now.
No, it is not somewhat good.
Ryusoldier has been pretty. It has been.
It is visually.
It has been fun and wacky, but it has not been narratively consistent.
It has not been narratively even like remotely.
It has some serious problems.
Yeah,
Ryusoldier at this stage, it may still improve, but it is probably the weakest season of Sentai that I have seen.
Yeah.
Narratively speaking, the
lyrics is Peace, Morph, and Light, not Beast, Morph, and Light.
I don't really. I'm pretty sure it's Beast, Morph, and Might, but
I thought it was Beast, Morph, and Might too.
I think those were the officially announced lyrics, but I could be wrong. I think it's Beast, Morph, and Might. Well, it's difficult to decode. Whether Ryusoldier is better or worse than Megaforce. They're very different. I judge Sentai and Power Rangers very differently because they're doing very different things.
That's what your subtitles say? Subtitles or closed captions? Because those are very different
closed
things.
captions tend to just generate things.
Because closed captions don't necessarily come from the...
Yeah, closed captions aren't official. A lot of times they'll just come up with what sounds
whatever the closed captioner thinks they heard.
But they don't actually necessarily have the proper words.
Which is why you sometimes have closed captioning giving people the wrong names.
But yeah, after 7 years of doing Power Reviews,
apparently it's Beast Morph and Light, not Beast Morph and Might.
It sounds like Beast Morph and Light, but I think it was confirmed as Beast Morph and Might.
Gnome Keneal said.
Yeah, but I disagree. I think he said Might, not Light. If you can find a quote on that, that'd be cool. But anyway, my main quick other things about the anniversary of Power Reviews.
Now you want to vacuum?
Oh, the next door neighbors are vacuuming. We are currently at over 3,000 subscribers. We passed that milestone this summer, and we are actually now at 3,110 subscribers as of my last check.
So if we got a little bit more,
we are at almost 3.14k subscribers, which would be pi-k subscribers, which would be hilarious to me. But yeah, we have experienced slow and steady growth throughout the course of the last 7 years, and we really appreciate all of you who have stuck with us and continue to share the channel with your friends.
We're a small channel, so we appreciate each and every one of you individually.
Yes, yes.
It matters a lot at this level.
And we have, at this point, I believe our current count is 490 videos over the course of these last 7 years or so. There are probably a few, there are probably a few, like, double uploads or non-related to the channel videos from before the channel in that count, but that's still been averaging, like, close to 70 videos a year, which is, that's a lot. We've been very busy these last 7 years. So, thank you for your subscription.
We're not Jacksepticeye. He
He
puts
puts
videos a day.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
But
I have a job that keeps me very busy.
Yeah, we have day jobs, so...
But I do look forward to posting the new Conversations in Context video. It is a topic I've been wanting to discuss for a while. I think it's an important one, and I hope that I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you share it with your friends online. So all that said, I think it's time to get down to the business of what we're really here to do.
No, wait.
Which is check out episode 13 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, Tuba Triumph. Play.
Is this going to be like the time that the dude with the sousaphone followed the Nazis in parade?
I don't know. Play.
He kept playing.
Play. There it goes. Sorry, Tuba Triumph. There we go. Now it's playing. Sorry. The laptop.
Oh my goodness!
What? It's the exact thing that you
That
were...
I was just humming.
How did that happen? Also, Ravi draws. I like Ravi better now. Ravi has
Oh, they're teaching Nate
sports.
Nate
And Steel.
yes.
Oh.
What do they call him? Silver.
Oh, he doesn't like to show off his drawings.
He doesn't want people to notice.
Brushing up on emergency
That's
procedures.
interesting.
Ooh, sounds fun.
He's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed by drawing?
A lot of people,
Check out this loser.
they draw, but they don't want anyone to
Hey.
look at their
Play that fart
pictures
machine.
because they're embarrassed of their pictures.
It's called a tuba.
Oh yeah? Your tuba needs to be fine-tuned.
You're being a jerk. What are you doing? Hey, that's an expensive piece of musical instrument there.
Oh, yeah.
That was mean.
Let's go, guys.
Also,
Well, that's gonna stick up the spit valve.
even if you are intimidated by the bullies, I would still recommend, like, trying.
Dump it out. Yeah, okay, good. Wait, no, don't
But
put
he's
the whole
just throwing
tuba
out
in the
his
trash.
tuba. Come on, your parents probably spent, like, I don't know how much tubas are. What's the going price for tuba these days?
Well, between that and the Rube Goldberg thing and the other thing,
You are getting really weird good at
Getting
predicting random things.
strangely prescient.
I don't need it anymore. I wanted to quit playing anyway. It's stupid.
Stupid? Hey, my grandfather used to play tuba in a jazz band.
Power
Really?
Rangers is a
He
dead
was as
brand.
cool as they come.
Yeah,
Play in
no,
a band?
yeah.
That would be cool.
I'm Ravi. What's your name?
Joey,
Hi, Joey.
I see you're teaching karate at the Riptide Gym, right?
Yes.
Maybe you could teach me some moves.
Okay.
There you
Maybe
go.
there
But
this
first,
afternoon.
let's rescue the tuba
3 o'clock.
from the garbage can.
Really?
Dude, any idea how expensive musical instruments are? I don't
Like, that's
think
gotta be at least, like, dude, don't leave the tuba there.
They're
Well,
leaving
now
the
it's
tuba.
gonna be a monster.
Hey, Athena!
Hey! Yeah, we just got started on the episode. You
Time
just
for
take...
a change of tune.
Okay.
Where did the liquid go? She just laid it down flat and nothing's dripping out of it.
Well, it's still at a tilt. Tuba
Tuba
Triumph.
Tickets now.
Keep your volume down, Brasshead. Now, when the Rangers show up, I need
She's
you
got
to
nothing
play
to do.
on the Red Rangers Beast
Interesting.
Power.
She's really dominating the data chip
Chris
collection
thinks that
thing.
maybe he doesn't want his mom to know because she'd think it was a distraction.
I don't know.
Where did that come from? I don't know.
A tuba. It came from a tuba.
Smoke it up.
There we go. Well, I do like the little screaming animal heads, or in the case of the bugs, the
Sorry,
full-size head.
Yeah, I know the West Coast is pretty far from the East Coast.
Yep,
The bully just called his tuba a farting machine.
yeah, they did.
duet.
Duet.
Oh, she's getting in on it?
Yeah!
There we go. I think I saw her...
On monster form fighting, too.
Yeah, I think I saw... I may have gotten spoiled by a little tweet that somebody shared from her that that was her first unmorphed fight, so she was really proud of herself.
She did a good job.
Yeah.
Is she a dancer?
I forget.
Because it seems to me that as far as rangers who fight well, they're all either gymnasts, martial artists, or dancers.
She definitely seems to have some sort of background, but I just don't know what exactly. Ah!
Way to go, Robbie!
This audience doesn't appreciate my musical genius.
We're out of here.
No, this audience does not appreciate musical
Robotron will
genius.
be back. Better get to
The
base.
most expensive tube is over 6K.
Wow.
Okay, how about a cheap tuba?
Like,
It's probably going to be like 2 or 3K though, you know?
I don't know.
Tubas are expensive.
For a kid?
A snail could dodge a
This is
sonic
why
blast.
a lot of schools rent musical instruments to kids in band.
Jazz him up a bit. With a little tinkering, I could amplify his sonic weapon. Give old Scrozzle some time,
Give him
and I
enough
promise Tubatron will be more powerful than ever.
Roxy is awesome.
What's your plan, Nate?
I'm reprogramming the Gigadrone detector's audio sensors to detect tuba blasts. Now,
It would make sense for her to
Tubatron
have some
shows up
martial
and
arts
uses its
ability,
weapon.
or some
We'll know
gymnasts
when
or
and where
dancing, because they
Good work, Nate.
cast from all
Monitor
three
your
for
comms and
Rangers
save
in the
information,
past.
just in
Yeah.
case.
Yes, ma'am.
There was a lot of martial artists and gymnasts at the start, but I don't think they realized until later that dancers could do almost as well.
No, the dancers were,
Born ready.
I think,
When we're done, no one will dare
established by the second season with Aisha.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty sure she had
The
dance
first
background.
set was all martial artists and gymnasts, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You cool with that?
Well, I mean, no,
Sure.
correction.
I get it.
Martial artists, gymnasts,
Let's do this.
and dancers because,
Some of them did both.
yeah, because Zach was also a dancer.
That's true.
I mean, he clearly also had a martial arts background. Okay.
So does this kid.
Only a little bit. He's trying.
No, I meant IRL. I meant not IRL. I meant, like, the kid is catching on too fast in world.
Right?
Fair enough.
Cheap tuba's around $400.
No, you
So that's at least $400 in the
you don't teach somebody a kick like that on their first day.
Like I said, he's catching on too fast.
Only by a little bit. His form is still pretty shaky.
It's shaky, but it's better than it should be on the first day.
You okay?
I'll never get that tornado kick right.
You don't
You don't need to be doing a tornado kick on the first day.
Something that makes you happy.
Like what?
I've never been trained on a
Just
tornado
do my
kick, and
tuba, but-
I'm, as of now, a black
Maybe I
belt.
shouldn't have thrown it in the trash.
No, you really
That
should
was really
not
fun.
have thrown
Huh?
the tuba in the trash.
Yeah.
The best.
Your parents are probably really upset about that.
I mean, they don't know yet, I'm sure. But
Let's
when
try
he
to
goes
get
home, they're gonna be like, "Where's your tuba?"
Yeah.
No, like
I do, however, like episodes when the Power Rangers help out children.
I
It makes me
do.
happy.
I like that too. I just wish
I've increased the blast radius and strength by
can't
amplifying.
hear you is
How about
yes, it is.
a little demonstration?
Don't you dare.
Oh,
Won't hurt much.
yeah.
Look at that. He's got like extra goohickeys in his
Yeah.
goohickey.
Yeah, that's what Rangers. Wow. Go Power Rangers.
Kid can become the next Red Ranger, the future of the franchise.
It's morphin' time. For justice we fight, for peace morphin' might. Together we rise. Wow, wow, wow. Go Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers. Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now it's definitely Beast Morphin, as opposed to Peace.
Peace morph and.
Yeah.
Also, the girl with the
Wolverine claws is doing things.
kind of resembles you with long hair.
Okay.
Very afraid.
Tricky. This man's
Apparently that kid in the tub likes to cancel things.
It's kind of like they took Pierre Escargot's Everyday French
And they...
and mixed it with Amanda Bynes' I love these dolls! Have you seen these?
No, I have not.
Of looks. So much fun. Creatable world dolls each sold separately.
You won't actually be wrestling.
They're very modifiable.
The dolls have no gender.
Yeah, they seem gender neutral, so you can style them however you
Because
want.
they're shaped like prepubescent kids.
Yeah.
So they were just like, when they're 8, you can't tell the difference. So why should the doll be specified?
Exactly.
Right? So it doesn't have to be specified, and it comes in 2 different hairs, long
Yeah.
hairs and short hairs. But that doesn't mean boy or girl, because you can have a short-haired girl, right?
Yep.
And it comes with all kinds of clothes, skirts and pants and shirts. It comes with like, I think it comes with like 12 different pieces of clothing that you can mix and match into like
Okay.
multiple outfits, including jackets and like 2 different pairs
Yeah.
of shoes. It is like super customizable.
Okay,
And
so a cheap tuba is
about
around 400.
Yes, I caught that earlier.
Oh,
I
okay.
said that's at least $400 in the trash.
Yeah, that's still very expensive. For me to be throwing something away.
They look amazing, Athena. I love them.
Real play, real learning.
But what I was about to say right before the opening credits kicked in was, they really do seem to be focusing on just tearing down Blaze these last few
They
episodes.
really do.
Like, I feel like they're setting him up for him to have a breaking point.
And like get revenge.
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's definitely being pushed to a breaking point.
Plus, if you get more than one of those dolls, then you can mix and match the hair between the different like
Right,
faces and
Very
skin
customized.
colors. Because they come in different faces and skin colors, and like
Yeah.
We noticed that Taylor was extremely smart at an early age. We wanted her to
Yeah.
to cut off your Barbie hair.
But yeah, Roxy has definitely
My mother would
been
have murdered me.
sort of winning out the competition between the two as of late. And although Blaze had a good solid plan last time, he still didn't, win out, and he didn't manage to do anything with data chips last
I
episode,
mean, I
so
wasn't
he's
supposed
kind
to
of on
mix
the
colors
outs.
with Play-Doh. So if I'd have cut the hair off my Barbie doll, Athena, I'd have been dead.
Yeah.
We dare you to watch.
It's interesting that they've gone backwards, because it would normally be Q Ranger or Lupin versus Tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Zhuoger.
Or Zhuoger. But I think none of us expected them to go back
No,
to
that was
this.
a
That's
huge surprise for me.
why we chose that one when Jake
Yeah, when
made his
that's the
own
reason
pilot.
I made Grid Defense, because I didn't think that
We figured that
I
one
didn't
was
think
going to
that
be
was-
fair game.
I didn't think that was going to become an official Power Rangers series, so
It's
that's
cool,
why I
Dustin.
created an
I
unofficial.
hope your groceries
And we're back.
are good and away.
He does not like that.
Tubabot does not, no, wait, Tubadrone?
Tron.
Tubatron.
Soon the Power Rangers will dance to a different tune.
Tubatron does not care about your non-consent.
Destruction.
Song called Destruction. Not to be
I
confused
love
with
her
the Countdown.
hair. I love the way it goes through the
Oh yeah, she is very nice.
What are you
What?
doing?
Where did you get these instruments?
Oh, these are so cool.
Oh, is this like his grandpa's tuba?
Hey, Ben. We
From
should
his
go
grandpa's
together.
jazz band?
Yeah, from a band. Go on tour.
No.
Oh,
That's full of dust.
it looks like they're a little dirty. Hey, Ravi, can we borrow these?
Sure, go for it. They belong to my grandpa.
What in the... Is that my father's old tuba?
Yes, ma'am, it's grandpa's. It was in the attic.
You're not thinking of playing that thing, are you? You know a Power Ranger can't afford any silly distractions.
Okay, so
Absolutely, I agree.
she definitely feels that
But it's
way
not for
about
me,
drawing.
it's-
Chris, was that a spoiler?
Is that okay?
Or was that a guess that was really
We
good?
have much more.
I mean, because I guessed that,
We need to be ready.
so I can't really
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Right.
Go Busters was probably my favorite Sentai too.
It was really strong. That's not. No, it's what's it got?
Clog that sax. Alrighty.
What? That's dish detergent.
Loosen things up.
And
Now.
why are you
A
standing
shot
in front
back
of
in
it?
reverse.
Why are you standing
Do not
directly
do
in
this.
front of it? You are setting yourself up
This
for.
is how you,
Why
it's
are
not
you
just going
doing
to come
that?
out of there. They're liable to actually damage.
Why are you standing
sets.
in the splash zone
Don't
like that?
stare into it. This is like the time my mom stared into the end of a tube of super glue and
Yeah.
squeezed. She wound
Why
up in
did
the
you?
ER.
Why did you do that? That was a silly thing to do.
Try again, Joey.
Also,
At least the
I
monster
think
is
that
formed from a tuba and is not a Minosaur formed from the negative
Let's finish off with
feelings
something
of an
tough.
abandoned
How
tuba.
about
fair.
try the tornado kick again? Ready?
I feel like
Yep.
Let's
tornado
not
kicks.
try the tornado kick again on day 2.
He seems to really be wanting to stress that tornado kick for some reason.
You'll get it. Come on. I'll write you something.
A replacement tuba.
Like, I think I saw somebody commenting on how in Dave the Dumpster, the karate they were going over was like super basic. I'm like, yeah, that's what you would
See
do
you
in
and
the
your
first day.
girlfriend.
Aww, he's
Those
got
are very
the drawing
Really?
of him.
I think they're great.
Yeah, before she became in a coma.
I didn't know you were an artist.
Yeah, well, I'm not ready to show people my work yet. Anyway, I don't really draw.
Really?
It's too much of a distraction.
You're gonna.
But wait
Why are
till
you
see
taking
what I have
this
for you.
drawing?
An adult-sized tuba. Good luck.
No way.
That's a very large
For
tuba
me?
for him.
Yeah.
This is beyond cool.
I'm not even sure that's a real tuba.
I'm still gonna get teased for playing.
Yeah,
Here's the deal. Whether it's karate or the tuba,
it looks
I
foam
just want
rubber.
standing up and being true to yourself. Even when you're afraid. Sure, you might get teased. Don't worry about what other people think. Stand up for who you are and what you believe in.
He's learning by teaching, and I like that
I'll try.
as a concept.
Thanks, Robbie. You're the best.
But, like, the tuba seems to have, like, strapping in it in a way that tubas should not.
Yeah,
And, like, not the strap. I mean,
I
the
feel like
extra. You see the brackets and all that business?
he's not even playing it for real. Yeah, that's made of like PVC and stuff.
Commander, what's going on? One of the detectors picked up tuba sounds in Sector Sierra 6-3. It could be Tubatron.
We'll check it out.
Or it could be a
Could be
kid
the
with
child.
a tuba.
Nope, but I'm picking up sounds from over there.
It's
False alarm.
What a grand instrument. Hey, maybe I should learn.
oh dear. Yeah, that tuba is huge.
Somebody asked for an encore? Can't say that we did.
Yeah, that
Tuba's
is
horn
too
is different.
bad.
His blaster bigger.
Too bad.
They want to pump up the volume? Let's go all the way.
Nice, Chris.
Looked like there was something on Devin's hand, like a wrist brace or something. Like not his morpher, like actually over his hand.
It's possible to be injured in his own IRL.
Yeah.
We're just not addressing it because it's only
Oh no. He just did the thing. Wow, indeed. Well, they got the third data chip now.
We can't dodge those huge blasts.
Music to my ears.
The Rangers are no match for the maestro of misery.
Guys,
That's
what do
your
we do
tuba.
about those blasts? If we could produce a similar sound wave, it might just cancel his out.
So you need a tuba player to save the day.
Here comes the crescendo.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
Here comes a child with a tuba.
This is ridiculous. This is absurd. That makes no sense.
So now we know why the tuba is made of PVC. Because the tuba is about to be involved in a battle. And, you know, you need your...
What happened?
Uh-oh.
Somebody hit your mute button?
Go.
The doodah came off.
Yeah.
Time for you to swarm.
All I'm saying is that...
Think you
And for some reason, that's the dramatic note
That's
that we
the dramatic
go
note
to
we
commercial
go to
on,
commercial
even though we know
on.
he's less powerful now without his thing.
His doodah.
His amplifier thing.
But so I suspected something like this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not that it was gonna have anything to do with sound or anything, but I was like, that tuba's gonna wind up in battle. That tuba's gonna wind up in battle. So I'm thinking to myself, why make a fake tuba?
Yeah.
Because that tuba's gonna wind up in battle.
That kid's got, like, Super Saiyan tuba powers. Like, that's crazy.
Here comes the real crescendo Tubatron.
Just, that's,
What?
a tuba shouldn't be able to do that.
Transform
What is happening? What is that Batmobile doing?
I don't care!
What?
It's awesome!
I mean, it's cool, but it's also like, wait, what? Why did you turn into a base that's
I
still
like
rolling
this.
like that?
Look at this.
These little monster machines, monster truck things.
Right, but now they're basically selling kinetic sand so that you can make a like ramp area and stuff. So it's like the monster truck arena. What?
So we can get you back to your parents were in charge.
It's going down in flames.
What a rush.
This depot is not a playground.
It's a movie where John Cena is a fireman who has to deal with children.
Don't do it.
Well, I mean, that's I think that's a rite of passage for every wrestler who wants to be
A genuine actor.
is that you have to have the movie where children kick your butt.
Yeah, that seems to be a thing.
Hundreds of looks.
I mean, I don't think that's happened to Dave Bautista. He just sort of jumped into being dressed.
Was he a wrestler?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, okay.
I think that was his big thing before he was dressed.
Not necessarily a wrestler, but your big guys have to do that. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger did it, The Rock did it, Jackie Chan did it.
Not that Schwarzenegger or Jackie Chan were wrestlers.
That's why I say
but
you're a big guy.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna... I guess it's if you want to make the move
I remember Hulk Hogan did the thing.
If you want to make the move from action films to any other kind, you have to go through child comedy.
It can also work
Because
the
now
other way,
you can be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and be in a serious drama.
Yeah. The one thing I find kind of funny is that sometimes it works the other way too. Because one of the big things with Michael Keaton was, wait, they're getting Mr. Mom to play Batman? That's never gonna work.
It's like, of course it will. What?
Whoa, that is a very large elk. Or reindeer, or whatever he was.
It is a reindeer that is big enough for a 6-year-old to sit on.
Yeah, Sven the reindeer is
Playdate Sven.
very large.
To be fair, John Cena does deal with children on Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader?
That's
Oh,
true.
does he host that?
He does a lot of stuff with like Nickelodeon and things like that.
He does this. That's what he does,
Steve
right?
Johnson.
I don't know what that is.
John Cena does a thing like that.
Okay.
Doesn't he do that?
Maybe.
Am I...
I don't even know what that thing is. Alright. We're looking at Adam's Family is one of the top runners for musical for the school to do.
I'm gonna make you live the story. Anything can happen. I really have gone crazy.
Okay, so they're going to have some sort of Halloween episode.
You're not twins!
With VR, with virtual reality horror movie.
Which apparently involves two girls who look absolutely nothing like each other dressing up as the twins from The Shining.
Yeah. And they're just fine.
They could have at least done their hair the same.
Alright, and we're back. He's firing off the beam, and it does not have the level of
The
power.
hand wave I did was John Cena's "You Can't See Me" thing.
Okay.
See, he does have a thing.
Oh.
With hand
Did they just fry the data chip?
That's exactly what I need.
Oh.
Apparently, she just needed to be fried a little harder.
Ranger's cheetah speed is mine.
Not so fast.
Okay.
The data chip has been blasted.
Yeah.
The circuits are fried.
Yeah.
You failed.
Yeah. It looked like it was damaged.
You're busy dealing with Tuba
Looks like a
Triumph.
Tubatron. It's a one-band army.
Fine, but I'm only doing this for Eva.
Wait a second. Fine, but I'm only doing this for Evox? What? Okay. Tuba Triumph.
You did awesome, but we gotta get you
You did unreasonably awesome.
I figured you're a spin detective.
Oh, wow.
Commander.
I didn't realize that his phone worked that way.
Record the sound of your tuba, buddy?
No problem.
When you're ready.
Interesting. This kid is just like, yeah, I'm gonna be awesome and blow this tuba.
You're busting my brass.
Oh,
Got a little
Tronics time. Well, this one's a pretty nice,
Nobody
That's
yelled
Matt.
Tronics. Why did nobody yell Tronics?
he kind of growled it, I think.
Dispatch an SUV.
Yeah, this is a pretty nice location match for the Go Buster footage.
It really is. Roxy failed her objective. Yes, she did.
So I guess they're gonna have to wait till next time to resolve the.
Maybe now it's
the whole
Blaze's turn
search.
to try.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a curtain on you for good.
Oh yeah? Try me.
There we go.
Let's finish on a high note.
There we go. Yeah, he's toasting. There he goes. Yeah. Last little dig in there. Nice.
Silence has never sounded so sweet. Let's get to our Zords. Commander, we're heading back to base. Let's roll.
Rangers are en route.
Deploy Zords as soon as they're in place.
Tom, play with us, Tom.
Nice.
Let's go.
Alright, looks like we're not getting the gold and silver swords in this one, because they were not in this source footage episode.
They're busy doing something with Tuba recording.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to play out. Okay.
Guys, I have a recording of Joey's tuba. Maybe we can use it to cancel out the Gigadrone sonic attack, just like in the park before.
I don't remember the footage on this one clearly enough to know what they're
Upload the
about
audio
to
file to the
do.
Wheeler Zord sound system. Nice, bro.
To the Wheelers or set. Oh, okay.
Data stream received. Gorilla mode. Here we go.
The gorilla has speakers on top.
Yeah, or something resembling those.
Speaking of dinosaur danger, that kid over there said if Tuba survives battle, there are going to be certain ooze and green fungus.
It's working.
Wait,
The sound waves are canceling each other out.
I'm not sure I remember this. I want to double check that source footage because I don't remember it doing that.
You could add an effect on top of existing,
Yeah, which is a cool thing if that's what
because
they did.
those are wheels, not speakers.
Yeah, I know. But that was a nifty use of the shaping of those little things over its shoulders.
Charging main weapons.
Oh. Oh, and time to finish it off.
Cheetah Beast Blaster.
They do love that Cheetah Beast Blaster. It's like, come on, it's nerf or nothing.
It is nerf. It's nerf or nothing, because we don't get a real version of the gun, we can only get a nerf version.
Well, the nerf version is the version. Like,
That's what I'm saying,
It-
nerf or nothing.
yeah.
You cannot get a camera blaster.
Well, I'm not referring to. I'm not
just
referring to
referring
that.
to the fact that you can't get a camera blaster any other way. Nerf or nothing.
Well, but that's not the camera blaster.
I know that.
So awesome.
Okay.
I bet.
I'm just
I wish you could have been there.
resentful of the fact that it's nerf or
Me too,
nothing.
champ.
Camera blaster.
It's not nerfing. Well, I don't think the camera blaster's nerf.
Practice session.
You're thinking. It's the striker morpher that's nerf. You're still awful. What's about to happen?
What is that?
What is about to happen?
Wow, seriously? Nobody wants to listen to you two weirdos making noise.
You're not very nice.
What this band needs is a cool frontman. Give me that. Hey,
Why?
Check me
Why
out.
are you such a mean little kid? Oh, there's still a bunch of soaps going there. Also, apparently Ben has no lung capacity.
You did that on purpose.
No, he didn't.
We swear.
But we should have.
Yeah. Wait,
You regret that.
why are they intimidated
He's
by...
gonna tornado kick him now.
Why are they intimidated by this little kid? He's a little kid. Nice. He knocked off his hat. That's fun.
Come on, let's go.
No problem.
Congrats!
Why was a
You got your tornado kick.
12-year-old threatening you two?
Nice work.
That was weird.
I don't know, maybe because neither of them wants to hit a 12-year-old?
I know. But they seemed oddly scared of that 12-year-old.
I have something for you. This is
Oh,
yours.
did he? Oh, he framed the thing.
Come on, man. Don't...
It fell out of your sketchbook the other day. I think it's really good. As a thank you.
Aww.
And a reminder of what you taught me. Life's about being yourself. No matter what other people think.
Aww.
Oh,
That's very sweet.
so adorable.
I was wondering why he took
Very special.
the drawing, and that was the sweetest possible reason. Oh, heart melting. Oh, that is sweet. Nope. There we go. Okay, that was a cute, sweet little episode.
That was adorable.
The bully was a little bit
Over the top.
over the top, as was the weird properties of the instruments. Man, Ben must have no lung capacity if like a 12-year-old could blow all that out of the saxophone and he
Not
couldn't.
necessarily lung capacity, but he certainly has no diaphragm strength.
Like that's kind of embarrassing for Ben.
Yes,
right
instant
there.
mute on the SpongeBob. Absolutely
Yes.
instant mute on the SpongeBob. Necessary instant mute on the SpongeBob. I want nothing to do
We're
with
not
the
ready, kids. We're not
SpongeBob.
ready, kids. But yeah, I did enjoy this episode. Although some of the things were a little bit over the top and ridiculous. Specifically, the tuba battle that happened. That was a thing that happened. That was a very silly thing that happened, but I'll roll with it.
This battle advanced blow by blow, says Kaiju Rider.
The launching of Suds.
Totally ignored.
No, it's okay. It's okay. The launching of Suds out of the saxophone both times was very odd.
Yeah.
Also,
I feel like if your saxophone is so backed up that you have to use a shop vac to put pressure on it to get the stuff out, that rather than using a shop vac, you should probably be using like a bottle brush or something else physical to get into the tuba, because otherwise there's a possibility you're going to put too much pressure into the tuba and actually like pop a tube.
Also, just, guys, it's a vacuum cleaner. It doesn't have that kind of pressure to blow somebody across a hallway. It's a vacuum cleaner.
I mean, it does blow in reverse because it's a shop vac, but still.
But it blows with the same strength that a vacuum cleaner
which
does.
is not that strong.
Like, what kind of shop vac is that?
I'll be downstairs with the shop vac.
Like, that is an insanely powerful shop vac. Like, if you were trying to vacuum along the floor with that, you would just get stuck to the floor, because it would be vacuuming up the tiles of the floor.
You could cry, but I probably won't hear you, because it's loud with the shop vac. I'm gonna say it's really loud with the shop vac.
I do enjoy the Jonathan Colton song. But one thing that was interesting in that moment, when they got blown across the hallway, it looked like the suds going out into the hallway were a CG effect. I'm not sure if it was or not, but it was like an interesting CG effect where it actually did a little splash and then settle. But I think it was a CG effect. Because it was almost... Because the physics of it were almost a little too perfect. But it still looked actually quite good. So... All right. So I see somebody has a question. We'll see what the question is when they ask it. But yeah, just the properties of these props were very silly this episode, and it was entertaining, but it took me out of things a little bit.
Here's the thing: the tuba wasn't even in battle enough, I don't think, to warrant the props department going through the trouble of making that prop tuba.
I don't.
Maybe something
don't
wound
know.
up on the cutting room floor, but they did not need
A giant tuba.
a PVC rubberized giant tuba. Now,
Well,
to be perfectly honest, that's not a giant tuba. That's just an adult-sized tuba. The thing
Well,
of it is,
well,
they
I
gave
think
it to a kid for
I
some
think
reason.
that may have been. I think it may have been not so much that it was going to be used in battle, but more so that the kid had to carry it.
They needed to make an adult-sized tuba that a kid could carry.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It's possible these objects of the Robotrons are actually destroyed. I don't think it's possible. I think it's definite.
Well,
The
in this case, it
Robotron
was.
became
The tuba became the Robotron this time, I believe.
I think
Um,
the copier did too,
Okay, yeah, that's true.
because he had unloaded one another truck.
Yeah,
He had
so
all
these
different
objects,
trucks.
these objects are getting
destroyed.
destroyed.
It's like, and a lot of the times people, it's not so much that they're not missed, it's that they saw their copy machine get turned into and this kid threw his tuba in the garbage, and so if he comes back and finds out it's not there, honestly, he's probably going to think someone just walked off with the tuba, because that's what happens when you leave a tuba in the garbage can.
Yeah. Which
You know,
is just
until the
ridiculous.
tuba monster shows up, at which point you put two and two together.
I also think, well, there was that one exception with the train, where the train was still there after they created it, because there was no removing the train from the scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. Usually the object does completely transform into the new Robotron.
Apparently last week's Minosaur was a poltergeist Minosaur?
Yes, yeah, I looked that up and I had forgotten to mention it. That's why it looked like a haunted house.
Oh.
I mean, it's still a bit of a stretch, but apparently that was the thing. It also apparently had the same basic body as the Troll Minosaur, just with some different arms and legs and face and a bit of repainting. But the main body was the same.
Getting some
which is
extra.
interesting.
That violates conservation of matter. Look, this violates conservation of matter anyway, because there was a lot more matter in that tuba monster than there was in that tuba.
So somebody's asking when the Power Rangers Mystic Force episode's coming up. Do you know when the Power Rangers Mystic Force episodes come up, or when the Power Rangers Beast Morpher is coming up? I don't quite understand that question. Unless you're asking if we're going to do a Database Rangers Power Reviews of Mystic Force or Beast Morphers coming up.
Not Beast Morphers, and we've already done Mystic Force.
We've done a Mystic Force episode. Unfortunately, as much as I wanted to do a second one for year 3, I couldn't find one that was a good fit. So
we did Legendary Catastrophes, though.
We did Legendary Catastrophes, which was a great
that was a
episode.
focus
I really
episode
liked
for
that
me.
episode.
And I had a lot of fun with our friend Grimm playing Quandary.
It was episode 65, I believe. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to squeeze in a Mystic Force episode into the year 3 lineup. There were other episodes that took precedence, and as much as I really wanted to have one in there, I just couldn't find one that fit the story well compared to other episodes from the past.
Well, it became a silver and gold tuba, because he had kind of like silver with gold trim.
Yeah.
How they're really cutting the budget on the monster
it was
costumes.
like a brass.
Because someone said, how did a silver tuba become a gold tuba
Well,
monster?
it wasn't a silver tuba. It was just a standard brass tuba.
It was a faded brass tuba.
Yeah.
It was graying some.
Yeah, but it would definitely
What
wasn't
do you
silver.
teach, Jake?
I teach physics and math and a little bit of robotics. I currently co-teach robotics with another teacher. But yeah, we are going. we have the episodes all selected for the rest of for the rest of Power Reviews as we approach the end of the series.
Episode 100 will be the last episode of Database Rangers Power Reviews.
Yes.
We'll keep doing stuff
will
like
be the
this.
finale.
But we got to get the scripted stuff over with. It's been 7 years.
I'm working on it. It's tough.
I'm not rubbing it in your baby. I'm just because there seems to be a perhaps impression that this is take your time.
Yeah. It's in that case. With regards to doing a Mystic Force episode, that's not a take our time. That's it's not in the lineup, and the lineup has been set for the rest of
all the way to the end of
series.
100. There will not be another Mystic Force episode.
I'm sorry about that.
And it was Legendary Catastrophe.
But on the plus side, one thing I do like about our Mystic Force episode is just the fact that it was a great focus episode for you. It was also a really strong, I think, standalone episode, and it was one that is introduced a little plot device that we've been able to reuse over and over and over again.
Mayo's magic book came from that episode.
Yeah,
Mayo's tablet becoming a magic tablet.
Been a major recurring piece of the plot.
Any idea how physics could allow these monster creations? They're clearly getting extra matter from an alternate dimension or putting away extra matter into an alternate dimension in the same manner that the Animorphs do.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's how you're not violating the law of conservation of mass, because we know that there's dimensional travel in this universe.
Or it could just be converting nearby matter as well.
Episode House of Cards and Test of Trust are a real gear grinder.
I do have
Thunder. Power Rangers Dino Thunder will not be in Database Rangers Power Reviews either.
No, it
won't. Oh no, Dino Thunder is.
Thunder
yes,
will
I'm sorry,
be. Dino Charge won't
be
because Dino Charge is too recent. It's only classic episodes for the remainder of the Power Reviews episodes.
Yes. After episode 100, will there be a second episode to Grid Defense? Just kidding. Love your work.
Yeah,
you know there
as
won't
much
be
as I would have
this happened.
As
Beast
much as I
Morphers
would have
happened,
loved to continue making Grid Defense. Well, one, we have Beast Morphers now. Two, it's been 3 years. The actors have moved on to other things.
We're definitely not going to get certain representation cast back.
And that was just a huge endeavor that took an entire summer.
It was a pilot is what it was, and it was proof of concept, and we proved the concept.
If I were to do another fan film after Power Reviews is done, I would likely adapt a different Power Rangers season. I'll see what
Sentai, you mean?
Or a different Sentai series. We'll see what's left unadapted whenever I get around to finishing Power Reviews.
Korag was pretty amazing. Actually, one of the early gifts I got for Jacob during our relationship was when he was before the Megazords went kind of Jake used to collect like every single one.
Well, the Mystic Force swords were just.
That's why I said before they went like that. Before they went, Jake
those
used to
were the
collect
last
every single
really.
One.
That was the last really nice set
one
of
that we
standard
did
swords.
not have in the United States
was the Centaurus Wolf, which was ridiculous that we had the Steedergon Megazord but not Centaurus Wolf, which wasn't even called Steedergon in the actual show. It was called the Phoenix Unizord.
So, I may have sourced one from Japan as a Hanukkah present.
Yes, so I do have a Wolkaiser that transforms perfectly with my Titan Megazord. So back then they were still working off the same molds. Operation Overdrive was really when the Zord quality took a downturn.
And they stopped working off the same molds as well. But back then, you could get the Japanese, and it would link fine. You can put the Red Ranger from the American.
Oh, the Red Zord into the.
Yeah, the Red Zord into the Black
Horse to get
from
the Centaurus Phoenix Megazord.
Could you release the script for Grid Defense?
I suppose I could.
I mean, we have it.
I hadn't ever really thought of doing that. I don't know exactly where I would release it. But that seems like something I could do with relative simplicity.
Even with random objects that don't relate to the Rangers, the show felt the need to make it clear. Don't worry, guys. The picnic couple's photo camera is fine.
Okay.
adapt Tokyuju?
I will say that I do have adaptation concepts in mind for every unadapted Sentai series. So it's still years off, I think. I would say it's still at least a year off before I would be able to do an additional
Okay.
an additional
I
fan
missed
film.
the first half of what Dustin said. It was talking about how it's very interesting that the stuff is actually destroyed now because in Mighty Morphin, every time the villains formed a monster from an object, they felt the need to make it very clear that they had not destroyed the object.
Yeah, exactly.
Where here, we are definitely destroying the object.
Yeah.
Mr. Ullman, try that again without the A word.
Yeah. Oh, so what's my Jackwa idea? Okay, I will amend that. I have ideas for every unadapted recent Sentai. I don't have ideas in mind for the pre-Zhu Ranger Sentai. I could probably come up with something, but I haven't thought that through.
What's your favorite Megazord? Kaiju's is the Wild Force one.
What is my favorite Megazord? There are a lot of Megazords that have been really nice over the years.
Mine is the Dragon Rider form of the Mystic Force.
Of the Titan Megazord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, that one. Oh, that's cool. What would my favorite Megazord be? I remember... I don't know. Like, you know, I've enjoyed a good number of them for different reasons. What would be my favorite Megazord?
I don't know, is it the one that kicks the armadillo?
I do like the Armadillo Zord. That'd be the Isis Megazord, which is a gorgeous Megazord.
Gao King and Daiboken for Super Samurai 1.
The Time Force Megazord was great because it had the triple
Mode
change.
Red and Mode Blue. Which you did on stage at the first Power Morphicon.
That is true.
And pretty much swept the cosplay competition. And I got zilch for my handmade Vita Roca costume.
I'm sorry. The Astro Delta Megazord is, you know, I have space. I
also like it when the Zord from Power Rangers SPD turns into a giant gun in outer space.
Yeah, the SWAT Megazord has the best finisher. What else has been
Chris
really
Taylor
nice?
likes the Dragon Zord from Mighty Morphin and Dragon Kaiser from Z Ranger.
I feel like we haven't had...
It's the same Zord.
Well, okay. Yes, it is. I feel like we, like, more recent seasons, the Zords haven't been as strong. I mean, the Go Buster Zords are the Beast Morpher Zords right now are great. Because I do really like the triple changer aspect.
Q Ranger was fun.
Q Ranger was really nice in
Let's
terms
just
of the
stick globes on
mix and
everything.
match. Like Tokyuger and Zyuohger were very blocky and not to my taste.
Ryu Soldier is not making nearly adequate enough use of those Lego
of the modular elements. That's true.
It's like
it
was so promising.
I'm
and then
terrible at
really
picking
didn't use very
favorites. In general, I'm just terrible at picking favorites. Like Power Rangers in Space has always been my favorite Power Ranger season, but if you were to ask me which is necessarily the best season, that is very subjective. Oh, actually, I'm just looking at Power. Can you swap that cord over to that one?
If they use the same.
Yeah, they do. Just because I noticed that cord came loose at some point. It was easier.
I've got full battery. Yes,
yeah.
I do. So it did. Yeah, it's down there. But they do not match with that one.
Battlefleet Megazord is a rare choice, and no, that cord also matches with this one.
What?
Yes, that cord matches with all three of these. There's a fourth one elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
We are surrounded by MacBooks for various reasons at the moment.
Okay, wait. I'm so confused. How did we get up to 4?
Because...
Okay, we've got mine.
Yes.
We've got the old one in the drawer.
Yeah.
We've got the air from school. What's that?
That's a different air from the school. because they gave me a new one that actually connects to the printer, and I haven't returned the old one yet because I have. No, that's the new one actually.
This is the new one.
I haven't transferred my files onto that one yet.
Okay, so this
that's
one
why,
can print.
That's why
that one
we're
goes
currently
back.
surrounded by MacBooks. Because there's your old one in the drawer that's no longer valid that gave up like 2 years ago. There's your current one, and then there's my school laptop, and the school laptop I'm transferring over to, because my current school laptop refuses to connect to the school printer. Also,
there's way too many MacBooks.
Also, my actual laptop is over there with the broken.
Yeah, your little
hinge.
Dell is over there. Creepers, creepers.
We have and then there's like your laptop from college. I think is also under this. We have like 6 laptops in this room from the last like 10 years.
No, my laptop from college is not in the drawer. Did you put it under the table?
Under the table, I think.
Well, I don't know why that's out here at all. My laptop from college is just Vengex from Database Rangers Power Reviews.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only reason we still have it.
Yeah.
My college laptop looks a lot like the Vengex one.
I think my college MacBook is also there. I think that's just where I put the old laptops.
Well, your college MacBook is way better than my old MacBook.
Well, yes, the screen finally gave up after a point.
My old MacBook, the touch pad doesn't work, and the screen is cracked, but if you plug a mouse into it, you can still kind of use it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. How are the cats? The cats are good.
Fine.
One of them's sleeping right there.
Yeah, there's Frankie up there. I don't know where Ollie's at. Oh, there's Ollie. He's over under the kitchen table.
He's probably ticked off at me because I brushed him earlier.
Yeah.
Journey through the face.
I don't know what that's.
Favorite innuendos on Power Rangers.
I'm gonna go with Trouble by the Slice. You know the line. You know the line. You know the line. Trouble by the Slice. You know the line. Anyway.
I can't actually think of any. My brain doesn't go there.
Actually,
no. The only thing I can think of that's got anything anywhere near that is not from Power Rangers. It's just the Power Rangers After Dark panel from the first.
That was beyond innuendo in that.
And I think there's a reason they didn't do that again.
Yeah. Or alternatively, from I think it was Green with Evil Part 4. I want to say. When Bulk and Skull were on the bus being held by Goldar, and back then Skull's recurring bit was just repeating everything that Bulk would say. So Bulk yelled out, "I want my mommy!" To which Skull yells out, I want your
mommy.
I want your mommy. And the look that Bulk gives him is fantastic. What's up?
That?
What are you trying to read?
I don't know what that
emoji
is.
It's just a weird little
is
emoji.
That a fruitcake? What is that?
But all right. So yeah, to sort of wrap things up as far as our.
What is that? It's a salad.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Yep. Like I said, you know the line.
Did somebody toss a salad in that episode?
That was literally the line. It was the Rangers arrived to fight the pizza monster, and they literally say, "We're here to toss your salad." That was a line on Power Rangers. No one knows why somebody thought that was a good idea, but that has existed since 1997. That has been that episode spawned so many Power Rangers memes. So many. That is the episode where we had Blue Centurion state the line, the evil pizzas were no match for a simple traffic light.
Yeah, okay, but then Chris said maybe it's a booty joke, and yes, I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is a booty joke.
I'm not sure why they thought... I think that they did not think that line through.
I think nobody on the writing staff knew what they wrote, and then it aired, and it was too late to take it back.
Like, that's the episode where the Rangers got baked into a giant pizza. That episode is insane. It is the most memorable... It is one of the more memorable episodes of the franchise, just because it's so meme-worthy.
I am familiar with the part where they got baked into a giant pizza.
But you did not know about that line.
I did not know about that line.
Yeah. Your face turned red for a little while there. You were losing
I heard Selwyn said it as a joke, and they actually used it. Who's Selwyn?
He was the actor who played TJ. Selwyn Ward.
Okay, so it was an on-set improv that no one in the editing room knew what was.
I can only assume.
It's a meme-tastic episode. Yeah.
It is.
The evil pizza was no match for a simple stoplight.
Like, I can't really think of any other episode that spawned more memes than that one. Like, that's even had in-universe reference with, did I ever tell you guys about the time I got baked into a giant pizza?
Whoa. Imagine how dark it would be if they didn't make it clear these possessed things were actually being destroyed, because there were also animals and even a human being in one episode.
That is a thing to focus on. Alright, but yeah,
Mad Mike is Mr. Alman's favorite turbo monster.
Circling back to Beast Morphers,
and away from Turbo.
One thing that I did want to make sure that I made mention of was I liked that we introduced another character trait that is in development for a Ranger. We did that with Devin and his relationship with his father. We are now doing that with Ravi and his relationship with his mother, where they have unresolved issues.
What the heck happened to Devin's father? We haven't seen him in a very long time.
He's been off mayoring. Being a mayor is a very busy job. You need to mayor all day. He's just mayoring all day into the night. Wakes up and he's like, I'm gonna mayor today so hard. And then he goes out
as a verb,
and he mayors it all over the place.
Man.
But
the science teacher at high school, teacher for a day, I think the episode was called.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because there were some cases in Mighty Morphin where humans were turned into monsters, and one of them was when the teacher was turned into a monster in Wizard for a Day.
Wizard.
Because the teacher got turned into a wizard monster.
Do you guys recognize that one of the bullies in this episode played young Aiden in Ninja Steel?
Yes. That was the thing that I saw somebody mention as a spoiler right beforehand, and I think I was aware of the casting release ahead of time. But yeah, that did look like young Aiden is continuing to get work with the show, which is nice.
Yay.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Even if he's being a weirdly stereotypical bully in this episode.
Yeah.
I like the message of, embracing who you are, even if it wasn't it was a little bit simplified in certain regards, but I like that it felt like a step along a journey for Ravi, which I think is one of the best ways. The way they handled the lesson for the day, in certain regards, I really, really liked. I really liked that the Ranger was being a role model to a child. I really do like it when we do that. But I really like that in teaching the child, he was also learning a lesson for himself, and that lesson is one that has not completely been resolved. It is not, it was also not a character flaw that he needed to improve, that he needed to change. It was just, it was a step in a character evolution. We've established that he has a somewhat strange relation. His relationship with his mother, being the commander of Grid Battle Force, is a complex one. Clearly his adherence to the rules, which has been his main character trait, is a result of her influence, and we got to see this much more strongly in this episode.
Okay.
And it's something that has not been, just tied off with a bow in one day, which I love. Just like the relationship with Devin and his father, and ostensibly, quite possibly, Zoe and her mother. I now suspect that we'll be seeing... I feel like we're going to be seeing the mother again.
Yeah, Robbie's art was really good.
Yeah.
We both draw as well. And
Yes.
Yeah. Athena says they're doing better at the
sketch
lessons of the day now.
Yes.
I think she's right.
They really have improved a lot from Ninja Steel as
Dustin
far
is
as
glad
the
most
day.
of the Metoroids from Go Buster are inanimate objects, since if they were people, they would be getting destroyed. And Olivia McNeil wants to know why you think Blake didn't get shirtless at Tori's birthday party. Censors?
He didn't feel like going in the water. It was a beach party. Not everybody went to go in the water. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to read a book and he didn't want to get sunburned.
Does the actor have a tattoo? Maybe.
That's entirely possible. I know that.
They tend not to want to show tattoos on Power Rangers.
Yeah, I know that Matty Austin had a tattoo on his hand, and that was one of the reasons that they had him wear the gloves all the time as Bridge.
That's okay, because psychics with gloves is
Yeah.
just a thing in general anyway.
So that worked out
You
really
can blame
well.
Psycor for that. Core is mother, Core is father.
So, yeah, I'm really hoping that we keep on this, using the lessons of the day as a step along the way in character development for the Rangers. It was something that I felt like they could have done with Ninja Steel and didn't, because I noticed how the lessons they kept learning, it felt like they had to keep learning basic skills, whereas it could have instead been something along the lines of they are in the process of learning something if it was treated as a continuing character arc, and they're doing that.
Yeah, it's
Which
much
is
better
good.
this way than having them learn it all the way and then forget it so they can learn it again.
Yeah. So just the fact that their character arcs are not getting resolved in individual episodes, even if various plot points are getting tied up quickly, is very interesting.
If Power Rangers were a religion, it would be morphology,
Okay.
says Chris.
Fair enough.
Tommy wearing long sleeves all the time in Dino Thunder because JDF had tattoos on his arms by then.
Yep, that's true. So, so yeah, those were my thoughts regarding this episode. I really want Beast Morphers to keep stepping it up with the storytelling and the character arcs. This episode made me like Ravi more, and I always like it when a character-focused episode makes me like a character more.
Rather than making me want to throttle the character.
Because so many times the Lessons of the Day episodes can make me like a character less. It happened a lot with Overdrive, and a good chunk of the time with Ninja Steel as well.
And to be perfectly honest, it happened to me with both Ravi and Brain.
What?
Red Ranger.
Devin?
With both Ravi and Devin in the episode where they were being jerks to their buddy roids.
Yeah, exactly. But seeing the...
In the Bible, they have Evox as the snake which tempted Adam and Eve, aka Please and Roxy.
Nice. But yeah, having it well established that he has reasonings for why he is, and it's internally consistent and relevant to the show, instead of like, this thing happened to me when I was a child, and now that I've told you about it, it's going to be resolved by the end of the episode. Which, I mean, that is sort of what we did with the dentist subplot, but that one was a one and done kind of story.
You are my dentist.
But his relationship with his mother is not something that's going to be a one and done, and I like that.
Jungle Fury. They did have tattoos.
That's true.
But they had to earn them.
And they were magic tattoos.
Which is a little different.
So same thing with... It's the thing, tattoos need to be magic for them to have tattoos. Like, same thing happened with Ryan in Lightspeed Rescue. And you know what? Gesundheit. But yeah. So that reminds me, definitely make sure to tune in for for the conversations in context on demons.
While we're talking about snakes tempting Roxy and Blaze.
That wasn't exactly my segue.
See you next week, Spencer!
Alright, have a good night, Spencer. But yeah, I do just want to say again, thank you to everyone for joining us for this
We love you guys!
anniversary live stream.
All of you.
It's really nice to have that support, and you know, if we didn't have people, you know, sticking with the channel as long as you have, like, I don't know if I would have kept going. Like,
I mean, these certainly would have stopped if we didn't have you guys.
yeah, it's like each year it's a matter of, okay, do they still want us to keep doing live reactions? And it seems like you do. And as far as with Power Reviews, it's, you know, we know that you guys appreciate the storytelling, and I want to give you the conclusion. I mean, a big part of it is, you know, personally,
There's Oliver.
I want to finish the story, but I also want you guys to finally see the end of the story.
Yeah, because, like, we know how it ends. But we want you to know how it ends.
I've known how it ends for, you know,
6 years.
Six out of the last 7 years. Really 6.5. Really, it was like 6 years and 10 months at this point. I knew how the story was going to end by the time that I hit like the Christmas episode of year 0, and I've just been trying to get there the whole time.
Tons of sites for script hosting, Jake, but even just Google Docs or simple download would work.
That's true. I could find a place for you that to link if you guys are interested in seeing that script. Yeah, that could be something I could probably, you know, post tomorrow. Actually, if you guys are interested in, you know, tomorrow is the anniversary. I got no problem posting a little extra thing that doesn't require editing on my part, because I do have plenty of editing to do, and filming, and writing, and everything.
Get that video up tomorrow, or possibly the day after, but definitely sometime this Columbus Day weekend.
Yes.
Indigenous Peoples Day
at the
weekend.
latest, it should be out Monday. It should be out, which technically is still part of our weekend here because it's a 3-day weekend.
Yes,
But yes, I will. At the latest, it should be out by then.
Bye, Dustin. Have a good food.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thanks for letting Jake be the Phantom Ranger.
Yeah, like, I tried that first episode of Power Reviews knowing that it was leading to this guy. And I wanted to see if people were up for it. And they were. And then I did 11 more episodes. And you guys were up for more. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing for real. And thank you for following me on this very, very long journey.
We'll see you next Saturday too, Chris.
Yep, so we will see all of you.
We'll see all of you next Saturday. So.
So until then, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. 7 years down. Please don't let it be 7 more to go.